You saw when I first came on how I had that gasp for air. That's been happening a lot on the second leg of this recovery after the sepsis. Like when I try to take a deep breath of air, it's almost like it was when I was in the fresh out of surgery. So I've been just practicing taking deep breaths. But nonetheless, I'm doing this video because I just woke up from a luxurious nap. Listen, I knew I wanted to do this video, so I didn't want to mess up the bed because I want to show you all because I have been upgraded. So many amazing things have been happening since I decided to put myself first and take care of myself. It's like the universe was like, okay, well, what else do you need? And the universe had me upgraded to a new room. I want you all to see this room because this room, when I first stepped in this room, I was like, yeah, this is how a queen lives, right? So I want you all to see it. For those of you who don't know me and this is your first time here, make sure you like the video if you like my personality because these are not the videos I typically make. I'm making this video as a follow-up to a saga that started a month ago in Chicago where I opened up about a very invasive, necessary operation I needed to have. And one thing that I want you all to keep in mind, right, is remember how bougie we were in Chicago about where it is that we would stay. Just keep that in mind. None of people can exert very different than the standard that they hold for themselves. And during is it able to see the comments? Hold on. Oh, how see the comments? How do I put the comments on the screen? Hold on, hold on. Where I typically overlay. Somebody write something now. Let me see if the overlay on this overlay. So why are comments not coming? I need you all to comment some more. I'm not sure how to do it here. They just showed up and I don't remember doing anything. Make the comments show up. Let's see. It's right now. Yeah, look at the comments are not going up. It is wild. Let me see. Commenting. Hey, but and it's freezing. You're saying. Let me just go ahead and get that. Let me just get because I was planning on being on here long anyway. It's very the connection is a little. Uh-oh. All right. It says it's so here. Oh, I want to show. All right, so here, that's not hot camera. Extra camera settings. That's not the settings that I want. Settings, camera, two facing back. All right. I'm in a little line right over here. This is my 360 view. And the ocean and there. Let me switch the camera and come back in. Mm. All right. Let's go inside. There's a sliding glass door. Oh, okay. I need to change the camera for you all. And so this is the room as this, the balcony here. This is the there's a chair, a lamp, that. There's a table for eating or whatnot, some beautiful blinds letting the Caribbean in, right? There's a TV with the it's a Fire TV. There's a refrigerator. There's an and y'all the other day. Why did I make my first iron grilled cheese? And then this is the bathroom, right? This is the bathroom here with lovely, and of course, you know the infamous thing of it. Oh, there's a fan, AC unit, closet, iron. Let me switch the camera. I want to be lazy and I want you all to see how high this bed is. You see this? Let me turn the camera to the front. This camera, this high, and I know old people can't get a stretch. I'm I'm nimble. What happened with the comments today, but it is what it is. Like, oh, oh. So listen, this is, and then over here you can see my view with the beautiful curtains, and I can see the green outside with the leaves blowing. This is how it lives, y'all. This is how a queen cares for herself. I was luxuriating in an amazing nap, and I'm here now. The bed is comfy, and that's why I am going to get off of this recording and just luxuriate myself into another nap and get ready for the Soca Monarchs competition this evening because I want to hear them sing their soca and battle it out. Because I went to karaoke last night and it was so amazing. You know, Black people, right? So whatever we do, we have to just be so extra. So like the first 2 hours was just regular karaoke. But by hour three, some of the Soca Monarchs had come into the karaoke joint and they were belting out these beautiful songs on karaoke. There was this song they were like, coming, want the party, and there was this, they were singing, if you get what you want tonight, will you? Remember me tomorrow, something like that. And I sang the first cut is the deepest. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who tore it apart. And I had given her all that I had. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, you can't turn a key without love. The first cut is the deepest. The first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know. Because I've been cut recently. No, 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 no. Let me not go all there. Right? So nonetheless, it has been quite the journey. It has been just an amazing journey. I appreciate each and every one of you staying up with the journey. I bought myself all of these cherries, more cherries than like if you look on this table, there's the champagne ice buckets. I filled that up with cherries and I was just snacking on them because I love cherries. So nonetheless, this is let me see. I wonder, oh, hold on, let me try to turn my camera, see if that makes a difference. No, it doesn't make a difference. I don't know what is hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Orientation selection not available while live. I wonder if I made a mistake. Let's see. I don't know what this program is doing. I'm just one person. Let me turn it back then. If it's not going to do what I want to do, let me just take this off because I don't see the comments on the screen anyway. So I'm just going to remove that. So, nonetheless, listen, I'm going to take me into another nap and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. But I've just been treating myself. You want to know what my lesson from all of this is? That there's so many of us that are waiting for somebody else to love us in a particular type of way. People are like, oh, well, if you had a husband, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, there are people with husbands who their husband is charging them money for him to take them to the hospital. So, no, let's not play those games, right? People are still reeling from the love that they didn't receive from their parents. But the biggest lesson that I have taken from all of this is to stop waiting for other people to love me in the way that I want to be loved, to love myself in that way. And I've just been feeling just this loving feeling all over me. And I even felt my mother's energy come up in the middle of the night. I don't typically feel her energy, but I was out late at that karaoke and I felt her energy and that let me know, you know what, you have to take your healing seriously, spend time resting the next day, don't overdo it, right? So I just really just kind of took it easy today, besides just getting my cherries and, I paid my hospital bill. It was 400, like $450 for the emergency room visit. And I was like, yes, I'll pay that gladly. That doctor saved my life. But my overall lesson is to just feel on the inside that love, that kind. Remember, I was telling you all that I want kindness, and I was like, let me give myself some kindness. I'm like, okay, Tanya, what is it that you want? I'm like, what would make you feel that feeling of having been kinded to, right? And I was like, you know what? I want all the cherries I can eat. I want my sheets cleaned each day because here it's a green hotel. And at night, I'm telling you all, if you saw the amount of sweat pouring off of me when I'm sleeping at night, like my last room that I was in that night, I sweat so much, and the sheets smelled like phlegm. Like the whole room just it smelled like sickness. And that, how like you go visit people and you're like, oh yeah, someone's sick around here. like when because I went out to the beach, when I came back in, it smelled like sickness. I was like, oh my God. And so yeah, so kindness to me, getting my having my sheets changed each day, treating myself to whatever type of food I want, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If I don't want to eat lunch, or if I don't want to eat dinner, so how it's been happening for me is it's been rotating. I eat 2 meals a day. I typically eat one meal, skip one, then the next one. So if I don't have breakfast, like how I was having that iron board um grilled cheese sandwich, then I would just like have like, like lunch and dinner and then, but whatever. But yeah, so just treating myself to whatever food I want. Like if I want an iron board um grilled cheese sandwich, I could get it without having any, oh, you have to be snooty and you have to, no, that's what I had to take. I had a taste for some crisp bread with cheese and some tea. You know how they have the little tea bar inside the room? And that's what I wanted. So that's what I gave myself with no judgment on my taste buds and how snooty they were not. And so I have just been kind to myself. If I don't want to walk, I don't walk. If I want to stay inside, I stay inside. If I want to watch a show and just veg out, that's what I do. This is what kindness is for me. And I'm going to continue this kindness because I'm going to tell you, I have rationed and raffled off parts of myself out there. I have looking for someone to give me something that I could have given myself. I have endured things that I didn't need to endure because I felt that on the other side of that was going to be this amazingness. No, no, the person is treating you like that at the bottom of the hill because that's who they are, that point blank. And if a person is not coming in the gate kind, I'm not down with it. I don't even care. I have an old associate here, right? And I added this person on WhatsApp. The I clicked on this person's, you could do status updates and stuff. I clicked on their status update and they have some misogynistic post up there. And I responded back to it and called them out on it and told them, because I'm in the era of truth right now, I told them how disgusted and disappointed I was by their misogyny. And the person tried writing to me after that, but I just don't have the capacity for certain energies near me. I really don't. I really don't. So, kindness for me is keeping certain people out of my circle, having a certain standard, less how I would do well, having a stand excuses for people, that people are showing me who it is that they are, that I am not, and even if I was, what does my spirit tell me? And I'm going to go with my gut. My kindness is listening to my spirit, right? So then also, I have come up with an idea. Remember, I told you all when I was in the hospital that I wanted to build a retreat center here in Nevis? Well, I would like to build a retreat and rehabilitation center, like a place for people like me to come, but have medical staff there monitoring vitals, and a place where a person can just luxuriate and be under medical professional care and be in an environment where they can have certain treatments done, etc., and just be able to just, because we have the hotel industry and then we have hospitals, but I want something in between. So like for a person who has had surgery or who has given birth or who is at a certain stage of life or whatever, I don't know, I have to really hammer down my business plan. However, this is an idea, like everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And I believe that this happened to open up my eyes to so much, as well as to give me a business idea, because I'm going to be working with some wealthy men next year, hammering out a business plan, doing fundraising and raising money and wealthy men and women. And I am going to make this vision a reality. Because, there's certain things that I just don't know how to do on my own. And I am going to work under the tutelage of people who have done much more than I, right? I'm going to work under the tutelage of people who have done much more than I, and really go to the next level, like for real, for real, because there's so much going on. Oh, I got, I got the hiccups now. All right. So, last thing I wanted to say is I want you all to be, I thought it was raining. I was going to take you all outside so you could hear the rain. I want you all to be very cognizant of staying on top of your own journey of growth. Because there's a situation that I saw quite recently of a person who information is staring them right in the face. And rather than confront themselves and see what it is that they can do differently, they are rathering stay in their own world and not get better. Like the highest that you could ever be is the top of your mentality. And so you have to be willing to let new information in from trusted sources. And you have to be willing to take a long, hard look at yourself to make change, because we all want to pretend as if we're perfect. I like to pretend as if I'm perfect. However, I know that there are things that I can do better. And when there are people whom I trust, whose opinion I value, who I have seen how they move, and I know that their only motive is my betterment and not them trying to chop me down to size or put me in my place or humble me or all of that. No, but when they come to me and they really want my betterment, that I have to be able to open the door, create a pathway for people to come to me and speak to me. I'm not talking about people on the internet telling me what I need to do and you don't know me from a can of paint, because if you see me in real life, you wouldn't even recognize. You want to know how many people stand next to me in real life and they say, um, are you Tonya TKO? And I say no. And they're like, oh. And then it's funny. It's funny. I was in this location where someone actually asked me that. And they were like, "Are you Tanya TKO?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Who?" Right? And they were like, "Oh, you look." And then they stopped because I guess whatever. And then I could hear them. I could hear them. I could hear my video. Hello, knockouts, Tanya TK. And it was two people. And one of them was like, that is not her. And the other one was like, yes, just imagine her with makeup on. That's her. And the other one was like, it is not. So this is what I'm saying. You telling me about who I could be as a better person. But if you were standing right in front of me, you may not even know who I am. So no, I'm not taking information from random people on the internet. Trusted people, right? Trusted. But yeah, so that's my final word and message. Right now, I really just want to kind of lay down and luxuriate underneath this cool air blowing on me, looking at the ocean and the trees blowing outside, and just lay down and just do nothing. I remember when I was talking to the doctor in the emergency room. And the doctor was like, "Why did you come here?" And I was like, "Well, when I was in New York, I wasn't doing anything. I was just waking up, watching Netflix, eating, laying down, getting up, watching TV. Well, I don't have Netflix, I have Prime. So getting up, laying down, I wasn't doing any. I was like, I was doing nothing." And she was like, "That's exactly what you were supposed to be doing." And I realized, doing nothing is doing something. And I know this because this is in my affirmations book. Anyway, listen, let me get out of here. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? Love yourself above all else. Love yourself. No matter if, listen, I hope that you learn from my situation that if you were in a situation of conflict for which the idea of what love to you, loving yourself looks like to you is in conflict with somebody else, even somebody who is very important to you, choose you. And on that note, I'm out. Tonya TKO and I'm out. Comment below. I will see you all in the next video. Peace. I don't know how to turn this off.